is a deeper question altogether, which is, what do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? All one's disappointments are the result of frustrated desire. But it's a very much more subtle point of view than that. To understand Buddhism in any case, you must realize that it is not something like a teaching, as we ordinarily understand a system of teaching. It isn't simply a way we have in our universities of a teacher imparting you certain authoritative information, which when you've heard it, you've got the message. It's a dialogue. It's a situation in which the teacher doesn't really have anything to tell you. He's simply reacting to your own bringing up of problems. And it's as if people came to the Buddha and said, "Sir, we suffer terribly, and what are we going to do about that?" And he replies, "Is it not true that you suffer because you desire?" They said, "Well, maybe that makes sense." "All right," he said, "see if you can do without desire." And all those students go away and see if they can calm their desires. They come back and say, "This is pretty difficult, because we're animal beings and we have all these appetites to begin with. And then beyond that, we're in the unfortunate position of being aware of time, being aware of the future. And although it's advantageous to know about the future, in the long run it's depressing, because we all know that we come to a bad end, and that everything falls apart in time. That would be especially true if you lived under the influence of Indian cosmology, where the world is regarded as a process that begins beautifully, but as it goes on, it gets worse and worse till it destroys itself. Then there's a long period of rest, and it starts out again, beginning beautifully, but getting worse and worse all the time. Everything runs down in time according to that cosmology. And so there seems to be a fundamental futility, desire for whatever it is that you want. But behind this, the intention of studying desire, seeing whether one can discipline desire, whether one can curb it, is a deeper question altogether, which is, what do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? Let's suppose, I do this often in vocational guidance of students. They come to me and say, "Well, we're getting out of college and we haven't the faintest idea what we want to do." So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? Well, how would you really enjoy spending your life? Well, it's so amazing. As a result of our kind of educational system, crowds of students say, "Well, we'd like to be painters, we'd like to be poets, we'd like to be writers, but as everybody knows, you can't earn any money that way." Or another person says, "Well, I'd like to live an out-of-doors life and ride horses." I said, "Do you want to teach in a riding school? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do?" When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, "You do that. And forget the money." Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, you can eventually turn it, you could eventually become a master of it. It's the only way to become a master of something, to be really with it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. Somebody's interested in everything, and anything you can be interested in, you'll find others who are. But it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like, doing things you don't like, and to teach your children to follow in the same track. See, what we're doing is we're bringing up children and educating them to live the same sort of lives we're living, in order that they may justify themselves and find satisfaction in life by bringing up their children, to bring up their children to do the same thing. So it's all wretch and no vomit. It never gets there. And so, therefore, it's so important to consider this question. What do I desire?
So glad you tuned into my channel, friend. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a like. It really helps me out. And if you're into this type of thing, it'd be great if you subscribe to my channel by clicking my logo here in the top right-hand corner and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Alright, that's it for now. Yeah, high vibes, high vibes, high vibes. Yeah.